Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Anil Joshi. Welcomes you to my series Learn Radiology with Dr. Anil Joshi. Today's topic is based on the ultrasound physics, and that is also this is a simplified version. A larger version is available on our website and on YouTube. Now today's lecture topic is basic physics of A mode, B mode and M mode. Few of them we are using every day, few of them we should know theoretically. But to start with are the disclosure, disclaimers and acknowledgement. Most of the material here has come from our departmental teaching files. But however, still there are certain files, there are certain illustrations which we have downloaded from the net. We acknowledge with thanks from those from we have got this. Before downloading, we have made it sure that they are royalty free. So let's get going to the topic, basic physics of A mode, B mode and M mode. Now these three modes are there in ultrasound. They were used once or the other day, but today we are going to use more on B mode. However, we should know applications of A mode and M mode also, because in certain field they are occasionally used. Now modern ultrasound system comes with a marriage of controls and functions. Many machines has got more than B mode. Now amongst these are a number of different modes which can be used for different clinical applications. In this lecture we will give idea about some of these most commonly available scanning modalities and how they are used. Now to start with are the A mode. In this mode, the amplitude of the transducer voltage is recorded as a function of two-way travel time of the ultrasound pulse. A single pulse is transmitted through the body and is scattered back to the same transducer element. Whichever waves come back from the body are recorded on the screen. So the waves which go through and through do not come back and they do not cost any signals. However, those who come back will cost a signal. Now simplest form of ultrasound imaging is this, and it is based on the pulse echo principle. Scans can be used to measure the distances because we know from where it has started and we know where it is obstructed. A scan only gives one-dimensional information, not the three-dimensional which we need every day nowadays. Not so useful for imaging because it is a one-directional, or in one, it is not three-dimensional, it is one-dimensional. Used for echocardiography and echo-ophthalmoscopy. There it is used because they want to know the distances of the chambers. Now here we can see the transducer which is producing a wave which is propagating. Now first obstacle it faces is 1, that is a strong, so amplitude coming back is a stronger, then is a B which is not as strong, and then is the 3, that is a third. Now you can see the distances between these three objects by the timeline, and also depending on the echoes you can know what is the constituent of that structure. Here A mode represents the ultrasound echoes returning from the tissue interfaces as peak on the graph in the lower part of the illustrations. Now A mode, the earliest ultrasound mode, showed returning echoes in one-dimensional graphical format known as amplitude or A mode, which we have seen just now diagrammatically. It is used to measure the distance between thicknesses. So it is used in ophthalmology where we want to know the distances of the chambers, or we know how far the cornea and the retina are. So they are good application in ophthalmic ultrasound. The amplitude of each returning echo decreases over the time due to ultrasound attenuation. A mode has been today they are surpassed by another scanning mode, and most systems do not have an A mode function on their scanner. However, the principle of A mode are directly related to the others, means those who are using some mode which are not A mode, but the principle is related to it. Now let's go to the B mode. B mode scans produce a two-dimensional image of the underlying tissues. So what we have seen, A mode, one direction. Now we come to B mode, which can show in two direction. That is the difference between these two, and A mode was noting only spices, but in B mode we can get variety of the grayscales. So we can know what is the distance between subcutaneous fat and the muscle. We can know what is the distance between lungs and the skin. We can know pneumothorax. So it has got, still there are applications used on today. Now both A mode and B mode ultrasound have been used to measure subcutaneous fat thickness. Using B mode ultrasound system can send sequential ultrasound pulses out in differential directions to form a multiple images in line. This process is completed quickly and repeatedly, creating the typical ultrasound image in all the systems. So even though a system is different, even though an operator is different, still similar image can be produced. Now B mode is used routinely in a Doppler ultrasound, like that is used in calculating velocities and the directions. There is a different lecture covering all these topics. Do visit our website to get them. Both these are discussed elsewhere in detail. Now going more in the details of B mode is a short form of brightness mode. It is a simplest form. It appears as a bright spot with a varying intensity depending on the amplitude, as in the diagram which we have just now seen. The images become two-dimensional by virtue of the issues of the array of the multiple transducer elements, each of which forms a bright spot. It performs fast enough, rapid updates of the frame can be created, and that can create a real-time image. Frame rate is limited by the depth of which the image is set. So in other words, you can set a depth and scan in that depth with more details. This is an operator controlled and should be set to display only the area of interest. So depth can be adjusted depending on the operator's requirement. It is two-dimensional, real time, and it is used in a basic emergency units of medicine. As we have seen, two-dimensional image display composed of bright spots, so there is a good grayscale, and the brightness of each dot is decided by the amplitude or the returning echoes, which in turn decides or depends on the characteristic of the tissues we are imaging. This allows for visualization of qualification of anatomical structures required for visualization, diagnosis and therapeutic purposes for human as well as animal studies, because all the human researches start from the animals, and there also this can be used, it can be used, they use it and they get the results once any technology or any object is tested. Now this imaging mode can be used for needle placement also, that is interventional radiology, for injection of the contrast, injection of the medicine, aspiration procedures, and identification of lesions like cysts, tumors, then locating structures, anomalies, that is pathologies of the any organ like in liver, like in abdomen. We can image them, we can know them, we can visualize them. Then cardiac and the vascular movement can also be seen in cardiac cycle. Here we are seeing it. Now probe is producing the waves, and below we are seeing it graphically. As I told you, stronger are the echoes, brighter they will be presented on the screen, and that depends on a characteristic of tissue. So here what we are seeing, organ, vertebra, that is bone, and soft tissues, and you can see how the echoes are produced. The echoes which are produced create signal in the transducer. Again, this part is covered in some other lecture extensively. Do visit for this reason. Then B mode ultrasound is a display of 2D map. Now another application of it, that is advanced version, there are 3D modes available. However, there the technology is different, probes are different. This form of display, solid areas appears white and the fluid appears black, is also decides a grayscale. How a bright spot makes white, the intermediate makes gray, and the dots where echoes are not there is black. Now The B-mode scan is basic of 2D scanning. The transducer is moved about to view the body from the various angles. The probe can be moved in a line that is linear or rotated from a particular position, that is the sector scanning. Both these things are different applications of B-mode. Here we are showing only B-mode and not its application. Now this is a cardiac echo which uses combination of B mode and M mode. Please remember this because we are going to see M mode also, and in that we are going to see the M mode application, but this combination image is given only in this. Now the image has got a B mode view of the heart on the top, which shows the heart as well as the valves as well as the great vessels. Now M mode, that is below, B mode data is collected along the side line of the state, that is indicated by the dotted line, and displayed across the time base. Movement of the mitral valve leaflet and left ventricular wall is demonstrated here, because M mode can get movements nicely and B mode can give the anatomical structures. So combination of this is the best achievement of the result. Now application in fetal echography is same as what we have seen just now. It can be of, only the difference is you have to use it with a high frequency ultrasound, because the fetal heart rate is high. Enables us to examine the fetal body organs also, as well as flow of the blood within the cardiovascular system. This is the application and combination of the same technology. For adequate imaging to occur, the sound waves need to transmit through the material of the abdominal tissues which have a high water content, because the fetus floats in the amniotic fluid, and ultrasound can be passed or they can be used to examine a fetus within the amniotic fluid. That gives us a best acoustic window. A fetus is clearly seen. Though there are several ultrasound modalities, the most commonly used is real-time B-mode ultrasound for this purpose, since this can be used in office settings, but it is in combination of M mode. So both are used together. Now fetal echo, as you all know, has got a lot of application, particularly to see a cardiac diseases. In that, typically a dense object such as bone are displayed with white, and less dense material fluid is displayed as black. Tissues with varying densities are displayed in various shades of gray. Now let's come to M mode. M stand for motion. Now M stand for motion. This represents movements of the structures over the time. M mode is commonly used for measuring chamber dimensions in the heart. This is analogous to recording a video in ultrasound. Now M mode has a high frame rate and therefore is used for fast moving objects. In B mode or 2D imaging, the x-axis is the depth, z-axis is the amplitude, and there is no y-axis. A line of B mode data is transmitted in the arc back and forth through the tissues. M mode stand for motion, which is used for stationary object that we have seen. Essentials for M mode is a single line, and that cannot give us as much detail as that of the grayscale. Here we are seeing how the M mode gives us information. It can give us information about how bright the echoes are coming back, number one, and number two, a distance between two fast moving objects can also be got with it, because it has got a timeline against the amplitude. So in that we can calculate the distances. Particularly it is required in echocardiography. The earliest ultrasound mode showed return echoes in a dimension graphical format known as amplitude or A mode. The information could be used to measure the distance between or the thickness of the tissues, for example that of the cornea and the chambers of the heart. With that, we are coming to end of this lecture. Now a take home message. We have seen till now A, B and M mode with its application. It is true that maximum applications are by B mode. However, still in ophthalmology, A mode and M mode in fetal echocardiography are used. So they are important in obstetric sonography to know fetal heart, as well as in echocardiography either of fetus or of the adults. I thank you for giving me your valuable time. Please visit our website. There are a lot of lectures, there are a lot of topic covered, and in a lot of different ways there are radiological teaching and learning material available. Thank you, goodbye and take care. See you and we'll meet in the next lecture.